Hey guys, did I miss anything? Oh, the insert character can transform? Okay, alright, that's been done and done. Wake me up when something interesting happens. That's right everyone, Super Dragon Ball Heroes Episode 4 has just landed and, yeah, it wasn't as bad as the last one. Rage, Super Few appears. This series really likes to festoon itself with rage, doesn't it? First we had Cumber with all of that rage, then we had Berserker Goku, which was all about the rage, and now we're getting Few with all the rage. There are other emotions out there than just rage, guys. Just take a look at a dictionary every once in a while, okay? So this time, when the episode dropped early in the morning, I decided to stay asleep because, quite frankly, my interest for this little mini-series has really been on the wane as of late. But honestly, why am I surprised though with my lack of enthusiasm? Because quite frankly, this is just the byproduct of a commercial for a card game in Japan, which we're only about to scratch the surface of in the West. Hopefully the North American Dragon Ball tour can convince people like Dave & Buster's to actually stock Dragon Ball Heroes. Especially after the first 3 episodes, and the gap between 2 and 3 was like 6 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, the idea to have a 6-week gap between episodes 2 and 3 just nerfed any kind of interest or hype that people might have had for this little miniseries. And I think I can safely say that most of us just forgot about it. I mean, I did. Super Dragon Ball Heroes is all about pair-ups and powers that we may not see or probably never see in the main storyline, so please take everything not so seriously, just have a little bit of fun, switch off your brain, and just roll along with the really weird wacky powers and fusions and stuff. Although I must say that Goku's new gi is actually pretty cool. And seeing Vegito in black and orange combo, mwah! Beautiful. Where we last left off, nothing really happened essentially, other than Cumber getting angry and manifesting an artificial moon like we used to see back in the Saiyan saga, which was a very neat little nostalgic touch, I must admit. So even though Vegeta was a challenge for this Golden Uzaru Cumber or any other kind of Cumber, we can't have him in for too long because this episode is really short. Well, I mean, they all are 8 or 9 minutes, and a minute 30 of that is just padding for a full-size intro, I mind you. So they got a really big challenge in their midst, trying to cram everything into 8-minute chunks. The realm that our heroes are within is starting to crack and crumble amongst them, because all of the power from Golden Uzaru Cumber is just too much for it, so Vegito has got a lot on his hands right now. And oh, no, okay, never mind. Just one mouth blast, boom, Vegito's gone. Goku and Vegeta have apparently run out of power. Apparently Vegeta couldn't take this mouth blast, is it really that powerful? If it is, then oh boy. And I think the director of the show really loved the idea that they came up with for the Golden Uzaru thing, because they're just like, oh, okay guys, we gotta really make the most of this. So there are so many pans, close-up shots, just glamour shots of the fact that Golden Uzaru has not been seen since GT, and they want to rub it in our faces. They're effectively going, hey, guys, you remember this form? It's back in HD! This is fan service, just breathe it in. Breathe it in. After the Golden Uzaru thing being showcased enough and Goku and Vegeta falling out of their fusion, Cumber then decides to just mop the floor with her mouth blast, just going, like it's just a big red key trunk from an elephant or something. And even though I know this is meant to be intimidating, it just comes off as goofy to me. So why are they still having this mask here? Because you can still see parts of his mouth, you may as well just get rid of it. After yet even more fanservice-y tracking shots, Cumber has gotten bored with shooting a mouth blast every 5 seconds, and has decided to have a little break and just roar a little bit. So Goku and Vegeta hatch a plan. They're gonna try and cut off the Saiyan's tail. Why didn't you come up with that before? Meanwhile, Mai and Trunks look on absolutely mortified because they've never seen an Uzaru before in the wild, and then Mai checks her hand and she has the Wait, what? Didn't they just use that? Do they regenerate back in the hand when they're broken or used up? Did she have a second pair? Was the pair that they had the only pair that they had and Mai never got to use hers all along? That's a major plot hole and I'm really confused. Another mouth blast is unleashed before the 2 Saiyans and they power up to Super Saiyan, which apparently is enough to actually defend them against the mouth blast, even though Vegito's aura couldn't. Yeah, I know they might have run out of time, but still, the power scaling in this blast alone, I thought it was bad in general, but for this one attack, it's just all over the place. Despite the power-up, Vegeta and Goku are swatted away due to the fact that Cumber is just as fast as he was when he was smaller. And this just makes him utterly OP. I can't quite remember whether Uzaru were already fast to begin with, so this was just like what every great ape has, but still, it makes it a really big challenge. So the plan to cut off his tail is therefore halted. Please remind me in the comments if, Ozaru were actually just as fast. Trunks then tries, and fails, to cut off Cumber's tail, even though he has the right tools for the job, what with his sword, and Goku's barely able to actually hold on to Cumber's foot. Vegeta and Trunks then take a direct mouth blast without powering up at all, and they seem to be really okay, so it's now even weaker. Ooh, the power scalers are going to have a real field day with this one. But hey, the power varies wildly so much, I really don't give a hoot anymore. Oh yeah, and Cooler's here, doing nothing, as per usual, until Cumber aims a mouth blast at his direction, and then he does something! He fires a few key blasts and then gets blasted away orally. Good job. Few is elated at all of this fighting, and he just goes, more fighting! But then he realizes that his precious arena is being damaged by all the battles going on, and therefore he's going like, oh, there's too much fighting! Grrr! So you can't whine about them tearing up your battleground, beggars can't be choosers, so Few right now is fuming. Goku then succumbs to the power of Cumber's right foot, and we think the Saiyan is done for. Oh no, of course not. This is now a chance for him to showcase Super Saiyan Blue! Again! For like the nth time in this little mini-series. You thought Super was bad enough. However, this time we are getting some really cool guitar riffs, as well as some pretty decent action, and some really cool ideas, despite the really short runtime. And we then get Kaioken times 20 because we haven't used that chestnut yet, so we're now getting the power being unleashed. This time, Goku actually is able to do something against Cumber. I mean, not in terms of strength or anything, but he's at least fast enough to be able to dodge Cumber's attacks, and therefore the arena is damaged even more. Suddenly, the action is halted, even though it was really beginning to get good, by Few just going, no, that's a bad giant monkey! He drops all the nice guy pretenses and powers up to his new super form, which has different coloured eyes and everything, like Super Saiyan 8 back in the day, or the other Super Saiyan forms that were fan-made, as well as the Super Pole, which is totally not a lightsaber from Star Wars. He calls down an unknown force from upon the sky, and his Super Pole is now charged up with a purple-looking lightsaber thing. Really, he may as well just go whoom, whoom, whoom. And then somehow that works against Cumber. He just powers down and something like that. It's like a little cattle prod for Saiyans or something. So now the fight can continue because Fuse now said, no big monkey forms. And then Cooler does something totally ineffectual because he wants to attack Fuse because he's annoying. Keep on going, Cooler. You can do it. Yeah. Cumber then powers up again and we get the bear claws back once more. But then Goku decides to use the power of Super Saiyan God to try and conserve some energy, which catches Cumber off guard. He somehow recognizes the Super Saiyan God form, which might imply that he's a very old Saiyan that Few might have plucked up from the beginnings of the Saiyan times. So maybe Cumber might bow down to this being. Who knows? So yep, the episode ends, but in terms of the next episode preview, or at least the slide that we get, we're gonna get Super Saiyan 4 Vegito sometime soon. All in all, this episode was perfectly fine in regards to its content. It may have been pretty light when it comes to dialogue, but in terms of content and action, it was pretty diverse, with a lot of characters getting to do stuff in this episode. Even Cooler got to do something, other than just hurling useless comments or just barbs at other people. Quite clearly, this gold form power-up was just to make him look cool. And no, he's not getting a Cooler pun. He doesn't deserve one. The animation was pretty dynamic too, which was really necessary for this kind of episodes, because the visuals were, up until now, okay, a little bit stiff, but thankfully things began to loosen up. It was imperative that we got decent or good animation for this episode with its ambitious premise, so fortunately we got that, so everything's good in terms of what one of the main things of Dragon Ball is. Action. It also throws into question the power of Few, and how exactly powerful is he, because he can literally just walk up to Cumber, say, that's a bad boy, and he just then powers down. No need to cut the tail off or anything. Oh, okay. But hey, at least this gives us something mysterious about him and some intrigue, other than the fact he's just a major Dragon Ball character fanboy. So hey, he's not as one-dimensional as we thought he was. And for those who might not be sure what exactly Few is, he's meant to be the son, as it were, of Toa and Mira. So that's where he might have gotten all these weird powers from, and the strength. So okay, that might make some lick of sense, and think, okay, yeah, alright, he's a child out for revenge or something like that, or just simply to have fun. Doesn't really matter for this miniseries, as long as it sells cards. So we await the next episode, which according to the post-episode promo, might be coming out around late October, Halloween time, because there's going to be a big special announcement for the 8th anniversary of Dragon Ball Heroes as a whole. So, I'm going to kick back and just wait and wait until the next one. So, until next time, guys, catch you later.